Welcome back to Battleground. My name's David Aiken. Thank you for watching. We're just wrapping up our special extended coverage of the preview of the midterms. The polls will be closing at different times across the United States. Don't forget, Alaska is a key Senate race, and it's really late, 3 hours behind where we are here in Ottawa. And so the polls will be closing all along. Right now, only polls that have closed, we have some numbers in Kentucky, where Mitch McConnell is looks like he's going to have an easy night of it against Allison Lonergan Grimes. Michael Diamond is in Toronto, and he's been watching this, so it's sort of Super Bowl for Michael, watching these midterms roll in tonight. Michael, just generally speaking, give me your thoughts about how a lot of people talking about Republicans obviously wounded after the 2012 presidential race. The culture of the party was a bit awry. When I say the culture, they really didn't value database mining, get out the vote tools, stuff that Democrats were killing them on. Have they matured in terms of the machinery of trying to win an election?
And we're certainly going to get to see that tonight. I think they have. And so I think part of the reason for this victory is, or this likely victory for the Republicans tonight, is Obama fatigue and just people being upset with the direction of the country. But also, from a positive perspective for the Republican Party, they certainly presented a better slate of candidates than they have in the last few elections. And finally, I think especially in some of these tight races, we're going to see that they're finally adapting and modernizing their get out the vote and vote tracking systems and operations. So that will help them in a few of these very close races.
And this could be, by the end of the evening, we could see no Democratic senators anywhere in the southern U.S. And that would be, well, it's a very long time since that's ever happened. And so just as the Republicans had to sit down and look at themselves in the mirror after 2012, I'm assuming Democrats, well, let me ask you, will Democrats so, gee, what happened? Or they will just wake up tomorrow and go, Obama?
I think it's going to be really easy to chalk this out to the president. But, as you say in the South, this is a trend that we've seen for a long time. And we've had, if you look at the last, or 2010, when Blanche Lincoln, who had been very popular in Arkansas, was defeated, and we're going to see that today, especially, Mary Landrieu perhaps will hold off to a runoff, but again, likely to be defeated. She's a senator who's been locally popular, who was reelected in a banner year for Republicans in 2002 and was able to fend off a challenge. So, I mean, it's going to be a lot more than just about the current president. There's clearly other factors that are going to that are hurting them likely tonight, and that the party is going to need to address. The lazy and easy way out will, of course, be to blame the president and look ahead to a new nominee in 2016. But the Democrats could just sweep this under the rug, very much like the Republicans did for too long, or they can address it. And I think they'll be better served in the long term, in the near future, if they were to actually address the problems that they had tonight with not connecting with voters. And really, again, to go back to Colorado, to need to fine-tune their attacks on Republicans, because if this war on women attack line that they've used successfully for so long isn't going to work in Colorado, it's not going to work in 2016.
There are some, exit polls. The U.S. is famous for exit polls in its election, and we have some really preliminary exit poll results. The New York Times reporting for this issue. After they voted, do you approve of Obama or not? And guess what? No voters don't. This is pretty much around the thing. Right now, 55% disapproval of Obama. But do you approve of Congress? 8 in 10 voters in preliminary results say they disapprove of Congress. So I guess one of the issues, too, coming out of this is Congress. Is the new senators, the new Congress in the House of Representatives, are they going to look at themselves and say, everybody here, Republican and Democrat, has got to do something about that. Let's break the gridlock. Let's get some stuff done.
Absolutely. And, that's why I think the results in Kansas will be quite interesting, where you have an independent. How independent is he actually is up for debate, but he's on the ballot as an independent candidate and appears to be tied with his the Republican incumbent. So I think, that's going to be interesting. Just how sick and tired with politics as usual are people, and are they going to, in Kansas, elect an independent senator to try and send someone to Washington who can cut through the partisan gridlock and actually get results. Going back to the disapproval ratings for Congress, I think it is important to note one of the reasons the Republicans will have an advantage today is because, although people are, for a long time, the saying is, hate Congress, love my congressman. If you're looking at the Senate, one of the reasons the Republicans are likely to take control of the Senate is because of 3 longtime incumbents and Democratic incumbents in red states in Montana, South Dakota, and West Virginia who are retiring. All 3 of them likely would have been reelected. So there is still, although people are sick of gridlock in Congress, they still like their congressmen and senators in many cases.
All right, Michael Diamond, I know you've got beer and pizza with your name on it to watch the results all night. Thank you for the work tonight. That's terrific.
Thank you.